I got it. Good evening. We are going to get started in about 2 minutes or so. So this is your last chance to go get some additional goodies and then settle in, and we'll get started here. Okay, good evening again. Welcome to the College of Engineering Graduate Student Reception, which is our precursor and celebration as a college of our graduates with their masters, PhDs, and other certificates at the graduate level ahead of the commencement, which is today evening. My name is Sriram Sundarajan. I'm a professor of mechanical engineering, and I serve as Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. I have the privilege of being the Master of Ceremonies tonight, so all feedback, positive and negative, at the end of it can be directed to me. But anyway, we're happy that you're joining us, and a welcome to the audience from across the world joining us live. To begin with, I'd like to welcome our College of Engineering Dean, Sam Easterling, to say a few words, and then we'll get started. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I think the key thing that Dr. Sundarajan said was a few words, right? Be brief. I want to welcome you all, as Sriram did, not only all of those in the room, but those joining us from Brazil and other parts of the world. It's great to see you all and to be able to celebrate. This is an event that we collectively enjoy. You'll see members of the faculty and staff that maybe you identify all of them, maybe you don't, but there's a great many of them in here, and it's just an event that we all enjoy a lot to celebrate our graduate students. And I always like to tell you, I was once where you're sitting, figuratively speaking. We didn't have this event when I graduated. I'm an Iowa State PhD student, so many moons ago. So it's a real thrill for me to be on this side of the room, so to speak, and to see all the accomplishments that you all are bringing to the table. To all, really, of our master's students and doctoral students, what an extraordinary achievement. I know you're proud. All of us that were at one place or another sitting in your shoes, we're proud of our accomplishments, and you should be as well. I encourage you to, when you have the opportunity, to kind of go out and look or pay close attention. Many of our graduates that come back, and you've met some of them in classes or seminars, are leading major corporations, not only nationally but internationally. They've been presidents of universities. They've been all kinds of senior leadership positions. And those will all be opportunities that you have depending on which path you choose to take professionally. Your Iowa State degree is going to serve you very well. I can attest to that. I think all of our faculty and staff would agree with me there. Certainly it's been a lot of work, a lot of late nights, perseverance, the grit you've shown to get through. Again, all very proud accomplishments. And I know the families that are here. Wonderful to see so many faces that are joining their sons or daughters or nieces or nephews, friends. I know you're very proud as well. As I said, we're gonna look to see the great things you do when you leave here, and we'll take some pride in that. You do as well. Really, on behalf of the entire Iowa State engineering community, I want to say congratulations once again. Look forward to seeing you all bounce across the stage here in a couple hours. Students never notice me sitting there because they're so laser focused on, okay, I can't trip here. I gotta make sure I shake the right hands and go the right directions. But I'll be close by and watching. So again, congratulations, best wishes, and go Cyclones.
Okay, so let me lay out how the evening will go here. I'll call on the graduates from each department, and each department has several programs. I will also invite the Director of Graduate Education or the alternate departmental representative to come up. And then I'll introduce each graduate here on stage. All department representative, congratulations, and then of course, the engineering assigned homework. So all of you have one last homework, the graduates. So hopefully you all read the email that was sent to you. If you didn't, then pay attention to what I'm going to say now, right? So you have, so commencement starts at 7, and all of you have to be downstairs in Sheeman, depending upon whether your master's or PhD at a certain location at what time? 6:15, something like that. So we need to get done by 6 so that you are not late for that. So here's the homework. So once you get introduced, you'll come up here. We invite you to share 3 things with the audience. One is, in layman's terms, what kind of research you did, if you did a research-based degree, or talk about some of the key coursework that you did if you did a coursework-only degree. That's number 1. Number 2, share your favorite memory of your Iowa State experience. And number 3, what your plans are moving forward, right? So those are the 3 things. And of course, we're engineering, therefore you have to problem solve with constraints. Your constraint is you get to do this in 1 minute, okay? So hopefully you've had some time to practice. If not, think really fast. And then you have 1 minute to share all this. And I'll keep time because I don't want everybody to be late going on to the next event, which means I'm keeping time. And then if you suddenly notice some shadow or presence right next to you as you're talking here, that's me kind of politely telling you your time's up, okay? So that's how it'll go. All right? So with that, we'll get started with our first set of graduates from the Ag and Biosystems Engineering Department. These would be degrees in Ag Engineering, Industrial and Ag Technology, and Environmental Science. And to representing the department is Dr. Steve Freeman. Oh, I was mentioning the students could line up on this side so that we can save time because some departments have a long list of students. So again, Ag and Biosystem students, if you could line up here. You can show the rest of the departments how it's done, okay? Okay, so I'll announce you. You'll come. Dr. Freeman will congratulate you. You get a memento. Then you come here and you have your 1 minute. Okay? So we will start with Taylor Roman with a PhD in environmental science under the guidance of Dr. Michelle Supir.
I was hoping to have a couple examples, but I'm Taylor Vroman. I did a research-based PhD in environmental science that focused on helping improve water quality in Iowa through wood-chip denitrifying bioreactors. I will be starting as a data solutions analyst at Ag Outcomes down in Ankeny. And my favorite memories, probably most uniquely, mopping up a lot of water spills in the lab, going on a lot of Thai kitchen and Dunkin' Donuts runs with other grad students, and now sharing commencement with my mom on her birthday. So, happy birthday. This way? Perfect.
Okay, that was nicely done. 33 seconds, so all of you have to keep up. Next, we have Maynard Ceballos with a Master's in Industrial and Ag Technology under the guidance of Dr. George Peschel.
Hi, my name is Maynard Ceballos. I'm from the Dominican Republic. My thesis was about, I did a simulation with my professor that we're trying to figure out if a robot going through the field can serve as a disperse agent for insects, and if that dispersion can cause a problem in the farm. So we did that simulation, and the results are kind of concerning, so later you will see the results. My favorite memory for Iowa State was knowing all these professors and the willingness that they have to share the knowledge with me and help me through this journey. So that's something that I appreciate a lot. And after I've graduated, I'm trying to find a job in the field, and then after going back to my country to establish a small company. So thank you.
Okay, Lillian Grace Chang with a Master's in Environmental Science under the guidance of Dr. Adina Howell.
Hello, I'm Lillian Chang. I conducted a research-based MS program, also involving denitrifying bioreactors, which are a system that use microbes to help remove nitrate pollution from agricultural wastewater. I want to give a big shout out to Adina and the rest of the Germs Lab for their support during my graduate studies. After graduation, I will be returning to my hometown in Virginia to work in a clinical genomics laboratory. My favorite memories are probably doing RAGBRAI with my lab and all the potlucks that we had.
Tammy Hirkawa Sugajaro, Master's in Industrial and Ag Technology.
My name is Tani, and I am from Lima, Peru. My grandparents are Japanese. My research was about the stressors among Iowa farmers and safety practice. My second research was a portfolio regarding a course in my country, in Lima, Peru. My plans, well, I have to go back to my country, sadly. My second biggest plan is sleeping more time, if I say. And then I was supposed to start working probably in the next semester in my country, in Lima, Peru, and the University of Lima. So it probably will start in end of August. So I was planning to relax, have like a summer vacation, but in my country it's the opposite, so it's winter vacations. And yeah, what did I like it here? I like everything, I think. I like, well, I don't like the weather, if I say. I don't like the summer and I don't like the winter, it's too extreme. But yes, I like, I have a friend for many countries, and I'm really happy to have that one. And I also have an opportunity to take some other courses like photography and swimming lessons. And I'm really happy about this. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's your standard. Everybody got done pretty much in a minute or under. So next, I'd invite the graduates of the Aerospace Engineering Department. So these are degrees in Aerospace Engineering and Engineering Mechanics to line up on my right. And I invite Dr. Hui Hu to represent the department. Okay. Okay. All right. So we will start with Kiran Digavali with a PhD in aerospace engineering under the guidance of Dr. Hui Hu.
Thank you. My name is Kiran Digavali. My research was on aircraft anti-icing and de-icing, so studying the sort of heat transfer characteristics of ice buildup on wings and also finding fun new ways to remove the ice or prevent it from forming. After this, I plan to find a job in industry. Hopefully, it would be great to continue with something icing related, but I'm open to other avenues as well. And as for my favorite memory, well, this probably is my most alarming memory. This might horrify my advisor because I think he's forgotten about this incident. But a long time ago, about 3 years ago, I was tagging along with a few elder students from the lab, and they were working on using plasma to prevent ice forming on an airfoil. And this uses, radio frequency plasma at 20 kilovolts or something like that. And to prevent it messing with all the computers and oscilloscope and everything, we were using this kind of shiny metallized cloth. And and that project mysteriously disappeared from the roster. So, thank you.
So that's one of the more interesting stories I've heard, so I didn't feel like cutting him off there. But just to be clear, we have actually very good safety protocols on campus. I don't want people to leave thinking that, oh, okay, it looks like graduate students are burning things up all the time and doing what they want. Okay, so next we have Haigan Koyongoglu with a PhD in aerospace engineering under the advisement of Dr. Ping He and Ken Bright.
Hello, my name is Hagan Koyongoglu. Good enough, sir. My research was based on proper aircraft design optimization, which I was optimizing for urban air mobility vehicles, aircraft. I'm working in Florida, Miami now for an aerospace engineering company. I'm working on optimization of their repair and overhaul process. And my most enjoyable memory, I think, I was on the winters. I love sitting next to the lake lava and watching the swans, which I couldn't do it in the last 2 years. But after Florida, I just realized that all of us weather is the best weather. Yeah. That's all. Thanks so much.
Aymar Negrete with a PhD in aerospace engineering and a minor in applied math under the guidance of Dr. Osama Abdel Khalid.
Hello, everyone. So my research was about optimal control theory, trying to find a connection between minimum action principles that we use for deriving, system dynamics and optimal control theory, combining these two things into one. My favorite memory in Iowa State has just been all the wonderful people I've met, getting such wonderful friendships. And what's the name? After this, I'm going to Los Angeles to do a postdoc at NASA, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So, thank you.
Siobhan McInnes, PhD in engineering mechanics under the guidance of Dr. Steve Holland and Amrita Vaswan.
I got ready. So, hi, I'm Siobhan McInnes. My research focuses on improving how we detect cracks in industrial materials. To heat up. By modeling the process of that heating, we can really improve the inspection, accuracy, and reliability for things like airplanes, trains, cars, and things like that. So moving forward, I plan to pursue a career as a teaching professor. I really enjoyed taking time to mentor different students, undergrad students, and doing tutoring with SciMath for little elementary schools
Yup J. Lee, the PhD in Aerospace Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Ashraf Bastavros.
Hello, my name is Yokseli. I'm working on material characterization. I know it's difficult, so when you keep her under stress, every keeper reacts or feels differently. So I analyze and anticipate how material under stress reacts. That's my research, and after graduation, I do postdoctoral position at NCSU, and my favorite memory was when cyclones hit Kansas City in 2024 during Thanksgiving weekend. That's my favorite.
Kate Bowers with a Master's in Aerospace Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Wee Hu.
Hello everyone, I'm Kate. My research has to do with how many wrinkles I can put on a shirt and still wear it to a formal event. No, I do experimental work. On my master's I did experimental for supersonic, looking at lots of different flow visualization techniques and seeing how you can see different flow properties all without really touching the flow. Now, my favorite memory here is I had a particularly good time at City Hall recently. She's back there smiling a little bit. Got married recently and got some nice pictures in Ribbon Gardens. And then in the future, my goal is to come in on Friday and go back to work. I'll be here for a while for PhD as well. So sun keeps coming up in the morning, I guess. Thank you.
Chiran Cherian with a Master's in Aerospace Engineering under the guidance of Simone Cervato.
Hey guys, my name is Chiran. I'm from India, and I did my master's in thesis work and research work. My thesis basically I just implemented a polynomial version of a Khan filter. Basically, it's a navigation algorithm which you can estimate like position velocity. I was able to with all credit to my professor, I was able to develop a new algorithm, and I was able to get amazing results. And yeah, I was really impressed with the master's work I was done so far. It was really blew my expectations. My favorite memory was sleeping in the lab many times. I slept so many times, I don't know how many times I slept, but it was maybe 3 hours or maybe 7 hours. And the lab would stink due to my sleepiness, but all evidence was erased, to say the least. But generally, the professors their courses were helpful. The students here also helped me research a lot. And my future work is I'm doing my PhD here at Iowa State, and yeah, I'll be here for the next 34 years. Thank you.
I also don't want you to get the impression that we don't provide housing, right? Okay. So let's just clarify that. Okay. Next we have Michael Jacks with a Master's in Aerospace Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Kristen Rosier.
Hello, I'm Michael Jacks, not quite Jackson, but Michael Jacks. I did my MS in research with Dr. Rosier, and I do something with formal methods, which is the mathematical representation of systems to ensure they do precisely what you intend to, and nothing else. The and nothing else, unfortunately, has some pretty dire consequences in aerospace engineering. So I worked on making translation algorithms that I formally proved, and yeah, connecting two tools, one to design time and two runtime for satellites and various other systems. So, favorite memory, or well, where I'm intending to go. Industry, I would like a job, so working on that. And yeah, favorite memory would probably be riding my motorcycle around with my wife from here. Yeah, we love Ames and everything around it. So, thank you.
Ritik Nambiar, Master's in Aerospace under the guidance of Dr. Osama Abdul.
Hi, I am Ritik Nambiar from India. So I did my master's in research, working on design and analysis of for improving stability for offshore wind turbine platforms. And my future plan is I'll be continuing my graduate studies and I'll be pursuing PhD at Florida State. And then a few of my fond memories is as I'm standing here, the fond memories are working late at night, going back home, figuring
Alec Rosentrader with a master's in aerospace under the guidance of Dr. Kristen Rosier.
Yeah, so I'm Alan. I did research with Dr. Rosier on formal methods in aerospace. So that's a series it's a field from computer science, adapting them for aerospace applications. So watching aerospace systems as they execute, making sure that they do what you want. My future plans are returning in the fall for a PhD, so I'll be around for a while longer. And my favorite memory is staying up until 4 a.m. to get papers in. But also all of the multi-department coffees that we have on Thursdays, those are always great to network and socialize. Thank you.
Tushar Syal with a master's in aerospace under the guidance of Dr. Abhishek Halder.
So, hi everyone. I did my research on a topic called covariance control. That basically involved controlling a system with certain uncertainties tied to it, such as external disturbances or modeling errors. And during my research, I was able to develop a computationally efficient algorithm to solve it. And moving forward, after graduating, I will be pursuing my PhD in aerospace engineering at UT Austin on the same topic, but applied for space systems. And as for my favorite memory, I think I got to play a lot of cricket here, which I wasn't expecting. And yeah, and the people that I met through those games as well as through the coursework, I think they made the whole experience. Thank you.
Make sure you continue supporting Iowa State even when you're at UT Austin. Right? Okay, and then we have Ashutosh Biswal with the Master of Engineering and Engineering Mechanics under the guidance of Dr. Weaver.
Hello, I'm from India. I did a bit of both research and coursework. Solid rockets and coursework. I loved NDE. I loved internet-based reality. I loved fracture and fatigue. Great classes. And also, I'm looking for a job. And then my favorite memory. It's kind of horrifying, but in India, I never saw snow. But the moment I landed here, I landed right in the middle of a blizzard with 15-inch knee-deep snow. So I didn't expect that, but I got used to it. Yeah, thank you.
Next, can I have the graduates of the Chemical and Biological Engineering departments? These are degrees in Chemical Engineering to please line up. And I invite Dr. Luke Rowling on stage. Okay, so we'll get started with Mohammed Al-Blushi, the PhD in Chemical Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Wenzen Lee.
Hi, my name is Mohammed. I'm from Kuwait. So I did my PhD in upcycling of renewable and waste organics such as ethylene glycol, which comes from plastic, and ethanol, which is widely produced here at Iowa to make glycolic acid or acetic acid. As for my plan after graduation, I technically have none. My only plan is to move back to Kuwait and then start looking for a job. For my favorite memory here was when I TA for one of the courses at ChemE. That's when I realized that I want to do teaching. After I graduate, working with students, helping them open my mind for that kind of thing. Thank you.
Chinmay Guri with a PhD in chemical engineering and a minor in immunobiology under the guidance of Dr. Tom Mansell.
Good afternoon. My name is Chinmay and I did my PhD on engineering probiotics. Essentially think of it as engineering bacteria to build systems that can potentially cure immunological disease. Up ahead, I am negotiating a couple of offers for postdocs, either on the East Coast or the West Coast. We will see how that goes. My favorite memory is got to be trudging through 2 feet of snow at minus 40 degrees. Doesn't matter at that point if it's Celsius or Fahrenheit, does it? But I'm kidding. My favorite memories are the friends I've made along the way, and I'm also quite lucky to have a lot of friends from my band, Funk Pandit, also graduating with me here today. So favorite memories and congratulations to all the graduates.
Emmanuel Covina Pinto with a master's in chemical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Matt Fantani.
Hi everyone, my name is Emmanuel and I'm from Ghana. My research was in the semiconductor industry. So that was about my research. My plans afterwards will be looking for a research-oriented career in the tech companies, and also open to any of the manufacturing industries because I love to synthesize and characterize materials. My favorite type of campus, I think the friends I found in my department and also in the college. So I'll give a shout out to the RDI. Yes, that was a very resourceful organization that I joined. And also, I didn't like the cold, but it was nice seeing your fights in the snow. Thank you.
Roy Sturgill to join us on stage. Start with Suwad Al-Rufti with a master's in civil engineering under the guidance of Dr. Chris Renner.
Department of Transportation of Ohio. We develop the strategies according for each of the stakeholders, and our goal was to try to reduce these delays. What are my future plans is to start my job. It's my first
industrial job in the US. I will work in FCO in Des Moines. One of my best memories here is the many resources that we have, and like academic way, and also like the gym, the many clubs. This approach is just not academic; is also like our personal life. This approach is just not academic; is also like our personal life. Thank you.
Muhammad Samiullah Chowdhury, the Master's in Civil Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Jeremy Ashlock.
Thank you. I have done Masters in Geotech from Iowa State, and my research was mostly on gravel roads, how geotextiles help with preservation of the gravel roads, and putting AI to work in analyzing those gravel roads and doing network level monitoring of those. And my favorite memory here is being able to work under my professor, Jeremy Ashlock, who has been really helpful with everything. He's the right person for anyone to grow here. From my perspective, he was very supportive all this time, and I'll always cherish the memories I had with him driving back from those sites where we did field tests. We stopped at different restaurants, different times, and I was always looking forward to where we can go this time. Thank you, Professor, and thanks, everyone.
Hi, my name is Emily Raymond. I'm graduating with my master's, and after this, I'm going to stay and do my PhD in the same lab with the same advisor. My research was on microcystin degradation. Microcystins are toxins that are produced by algae, and so I looked at bacteria in lakes and saw how those bacteria were able or not able to degrade these toxins. One of my favorite memories is while I was out lake sampling, I was in the water that was contaminated with these toxins and wearing waders and gloves to protect my skin from the water. And then someone swam up to me and asked me what I was sampling and what I was up to.
Thanks, Roy.
Okay, next, if I could ask the graduates of the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department and its programs, Electrical Engineering, Computer Engineering, and Cybersecurity, to line up on the right and invite Dr. Jay Kim to join me on stage. This might be one of our larger departments and programs. So far, we're doing great on time, so the pressure is on to make sure we keep on time. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get started with Arslan Ahmad with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Ian Dobson.
Good afternoon, everyone. As mentioned, so I'm wrapping up my PhD in electrical engineering, and my research was how can we make our electrical power systems more resilient to extreme weather events. For example, how can we minimize or decrease the number of outages that happened, let's say, in the August 2020 derecho over here. After that, I'm trying to negotiate some of the offers in industry, so I'm looking forward to that. And one of my favorite memories was visiting the ISU Creamery. So whenever, I needed a break or I wanted to, I was, like maybe a bit overwhelmed. So I would take a walk across our beautiful campus and then go to ISU Creamery and get a scoop of one of the best ice creams I have ever tasted. Thank you so much. Oh, two swans.
So the ISU Creamery is a local ice cream shop run by the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. If you all have a chance, try it. There's interesting names, but they all taste good. Okay, Luis Guyen Montenegro with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Hugo Villegas. Luis? Okay, then next we have Taimur Islam with a PhD in computer engineering under the guidance of Doctors Hongwei Zhang and Daji Cha.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Taimur Islam from Pakistan, and I'm graduating with a PhD in computer engineering. My research focuses on building rural broadband wireless systems. After completing my PhD, I expect to keep working at Iowa State as a research assistant professor. Favorite memories are basically many. They are kind of like working in the field, working in on wireless systems in the sheep farm, dairy farms, on top of Wilson Hall. So I mean, a lot of fun stuff happened there, which is probably confidential. So I won't share that. So yeah, but I mean, those are kind of some of my favorite memories. Thank you.
Jaydeep Rade with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidances of doctors Anvesha Sarkar and Adarsh Krishnamurthy.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Jaydeep. I just finished my PhD last semester with Dr. Adarsh and Anvesha. I'm currently working as an AI research scientist at GE Vernova Research Center. My favorite memory was spending time with my friends, walking on campus. I took sweet time to finish my PhD, so I made a lot of friends. And one thing I will miss is going to the Cyclones game in Jack Trice. Go Cyclones.
Sayantani Bose with a master's in cybersecurity under the guidance of Dr. Manimaran Govindaras.
Hello everyone. My name is Shayantani. I'm from India and I did my master's in research. So my master research focused on design an AI chatbot for farmers. So farmers can log in and see their farms and get a suggestion and recommendation from AI. And for my favorite memory, I made very good friends this time. So I'm from India, so I was far away from my home. So I can call them my family. And because of them, I don't get bored during weekends. And for weekdays, I'm still pursuing my PhD in Iowa State University under the same professor. So I'm going back to my lab tomorrow. Thank you.
Jonathan Buter with a master's in cybersecurity under the guidance of Dr. Julie Roche.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Too tall. Hi, I'm John Buter. I'm from Ankeny, Iowa. So after I graduate, I'm going to be a software engineer. I know, ironic, I'm a cybersecurity engineer at heart. My favorite memory at Iowa State was having the opportunity to be a teaching assistant for some of my favorite courses and just working with a great crew of TAs and professors. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for making this journey so special.
Samarth Begari with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Joe Zambrino.
Hey everyone, my name is Samarth, Sam for short. I'm majoring in computer engineering. I'm from Bangalore, India. My favorite memory here is gonna be going on top of the Campanile and watch my friend play the carillon. I believe that's what it's called. Storming the field after the Kansas City game. That was amazing. The VIP tickets, which we got free by my roommate actually, for the whiteout game. Those are gonna be my top 3 moments over here. And yeah, I did not do any research specifically, but just like a final-year project, which was predictive maintenance on aircraft propulsion and avionics systems. I do start work at Textron Aviation in June as an avionics systems engineer. All this passion about aviation, and yeah, really excited for it. Thank you, guys. Roll clones.
So if people want VIP tickets, you know who to ask. Yeah. Ahmed El Gharib with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Ashraf Ghaffar.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed Faiz Al Gharib. I'm from Egypt, supervised by Professor Ashraf Ghaffar. So I'm here doing dual degree, master's and PhD. So I'm now graduating from my master's. My area of research is basically related to medical AI, specifically tackling the challenges of medical data biases and facilitating the processes of diagnosis and prognosis of breast cancer. So some of my favorite memories here, it's basically having to be in a fight with a squirrel for trespassing on his favorite tree. And another time is just enjoying to see the cobra chicken, AKA the Canadian geese, all around the place. And I aim to continue my PhD and to pursue an academic career. Thank you.
Arun Ayyappan with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Anuj Sharma.
Hi. Yeah. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I am Arun Kumar Ayappan. Yes. Sorry. I'm from India. So my research work was building a multi-agent architecture for complex and connected data. So right now I'm working as a AI engineer intern in SolidWorks, Dassault Systems. So my favorite part about this my academic journey was the interaction with my professor and talking about the future tech changes in the market, which eventually got me the job. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, thank you.
Joshua John with a master's in computer engineering and under the guidance of Dr. Mai Zheng.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua John. So my research was in exploring the effects of file systems, which are present on everything from your phones to server systems, and hard drives and solid-state devices on blockchain transactions. This was important because because many industries like healthcare and finance use it, and companies like Walmart use it as well. And it was important to shed some light on one of the bottlenecks in this system. For my future plans, I'm currently working on securing a job, and I hope to find one soon. Some of my favorite memories were biking around campus with my friends at 1 a.m. And of course, playing with my band at various events. And yeah, I'm glad I got to do all of that. Congrats to all the other graduates as well.
James Joseph with a master's in cybersecurity under the guidance of Dr. Berk Gulmezoglu.
Hello, everyone. In short, my research is about evaluating vector instructions in prime and probe attacks, but in layman's terms, I was essentially doing drag races in memory to find cars in the road. I pursued this master's while working full-time at Principal, so I'm going to continue doing that afterwards. And then my favorite memories were all of the CDCs put on by Dr. Doug Jacobson, as well as competing in the NSA Codebreaker Challenge and being one of the first solvers at ISU in a few years.
Adan Khan with a master's in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Joe Zambrino.
Hey everyone, I'm Adnan. I just graduated with a master's in electrical engineering. My research was focused on the technical and economic impacts of wind energy in Iowa. Just wanted to see how wind energy's affected the economy of Iowa and benefited its residents. I've been working as a electrical design engineer at Shive Hattery for the past 4 months, working on a lot of energy projects. And my favorite memory here has been taking full advantage of the icy roads and ripping donuts in a private lot where I was supposed to be.
Okay. Sahil Mohammed with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Yong Guan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sahil. My research was all about securing telecommunication infrastructure. Currently, I'm exploring opportunities in software engineering and big tech. My favorite memory was duck walking during winter. Thank you.
Okay, Aryan Murugesh with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Yong Guan.
Hi, I'm Aryan Murugesh. So my research was basically on machine unlearning, making AI forget everything you guys have told all these days. And my favorite memory has never been on campus. It's been on Welch Avenue on Thursday nights. Thank you.
Sorry, that was funny. Okay. Gaurav Pandey with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Joe Zambrino.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate us graduates. My name is Gaurav Pandey. I'm from India, and I did my work with Professor Joe Zambrino on a sign language recognition system that can help people with disabilities using modern technologies like AI, machine learning, deep learning. I hope this work brings out a difference in this world. One of my favorite memories here in Iowa is being stressed out every time I had a deadline and stressing out my professors by submitting my work one day before my deadline. I plan to work after I graduate, so if anyone's looking for a highly stressed out and a newly graduate student, you're welcome. In the end, I would like to thank everyone here. I would like to thank my parents, my professors for giving me this opportunity to be here. It's been a dream. Thank you.
Anders Peterson with a master's in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Vic Dalal.
Hello, my name is Anders Peterson. My research has been on understanding electrical characterization of ion migration in inorganic perovskite solar cells, which is a major cause of degradation for these types of solar cells. My favorite memory has definitely been being a teaching assistant for a lot of amazing undergrad students and for a lot of those classes. And then after graduation, I will be continuing to do my PhD, also in electrical engineering at Stanford University.
Nisha Raj with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Hongwei Zhang.
Hello, my name is Nisha, and my research was modeling space, air, ground infrastructure networks using MATLAB toolboxes, and then seeing how communications would be affected during disasters. Some of my favorite memories here at Iowa State is being involved in the Society of Women Engineers. I did my undergrad here as well, so it's really been awesome to be a part of that network for 5 years. And coming up, I'm going to join the RTX Engineering Leadership Development Program, and my first rotation will be in Tucson, Arizona.
Alexandra Rauer with a master's in cybersecurity under the guidance of Dr. Julie Roche.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm Lexi Rauer. I'm from Minnesota, and for this master's, I completed a creative component where I made a lab for the cybersecurity class 3310. This focuses on future threats of quantum computing to encryption. So after being a TA for this class for 5 years, it feels awesome to give that back to the future coursework and future students. My favorite memory at Iowa State this past semester was that I was able to continue participating in my sorority, and we actually won Greek Week this semester, so that was super fun. And in the future, I'll be moving to Cedar Rapids, where I'll work at Collins Aerospace as a software engineer. Thank you so much.
Unandan Ravichandran with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Manimaran Govindarasu.
Hello everyone, I'm Hunandan Ravichandran and my research is about communication protocols in the distribution system. So I make sure that all the solar PVs in your rooftop talk to the utility properly. And some of my favorite memories include watching the fall colors and walking in the snow and learning to swim. And I have an internship with the National Laboratory of the Rockies, so I'm very excited. Before I go, I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and my major professor. Thank you.
Ethan Rogers with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Cheng Wang.
Hello. During my research-based master's, I worked a lot in efficient artificial intelligence and machine learning, specifically hardware, software co-design, where I would use various nanotech devices, SOT-MTJs, in order to make the process more efficient. I worked on making a model that knew what was happening, trained with it in mind, and then deployed in real life, collaborating with MIT, and it worked. That was pretty cool. Nowadays, I work in a little bit of compression algorithms. I'm not going to get into that. My favorite memory has been being a TA. I work with so many students, and I love being able to just give them knowledge and see things click, see them work, and create. I am the TA that I wish I had. I stay with them until 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. I'm there every step of the way, and it's great. In the future, I am a PhD accepted at Purdue, and I'm really excited to move up the chain. It's where my advisor went, and I'll be going there too. So, yeah, thank you.
Jonathan Tan with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Philip Jones.
Hello, my name is Jonathan, and my research is on designing a specialized computer chip to do a very specialized math operation really, really fast. That's the idea. After I graduate, I want to make as much money as possible, and yeah, I think my advisor is there, and his comments about me is that I like money too much. I don't know. Thank you.
Okay, as I explained them, I don't have the next two names, but please go ahead and introduce yourself, and then, but the same three questions apply. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joshua Oforibuatin. I'm from Ghana, and I'm graduating with a PhD in computer engineering, specifically in computing and networking systems. My major professor is Hongwei Zhang and Daji Chao, co-major professor. So my research basically has to do with democratizing 5G. And in as much as we all have access to internet, right now there are still billions of people out there who still remain offline, right? So my work is basically to build open source 5G platforms, large-scale platforms that provides access to connectivity, broader access to connectivity, and also as a platform for innovation. So that's basically it. And my favorite memory, and I think it's still, it's not really a memory, it's still something that lives with me, is to have seen my work being used currently in crop and livestock farms here in Iowa State to do research and for connectivity as well. So, and after my PhD, I will be joining the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering as a research assistant professor.
Hi everyone, my name is Sai Subramanya Durga Krishna Teja Chitti Venkata. Yes, you heard it right. I think this is the longest name you might have heard in your life. I got my PhD in 2023. I know it's been 3 years. I got my PhD in computer engineering under Dr. Arun Somani. And my research was mainly focused on making AI better. Like everyone talks about AI today. Like, can you make it better? Can you decrease the size of the model? Can you fit your AI model in your phone, in your laptop without requiring expensive GPU? So that's has been my research during my PhD. And after my PhD, I went to Argonne National Lab. I did my postdoc there for 2.5 years. And then right now I'm working as a senior ML researcher at Red Hat in Boston. I have a lot of memories at Iowa State, like catching up with homeworks, figuring out deadlines, submitting papers. But if I have to pinpoint one favorite memory of mine, was figuring out what should be my name on the research paper. So I discussed a lot with my professor. Like we came up with several permutations and combinations. Like I have like 5 first names and 2 last names. So the permutations were like Sai, Chitti, Venkata, Durga, Subramanya, blah, blah, blah. And then finally, we figured out it should be Krishna Teja Chitti Venkata. Yeah, you can call me Krishna. So my plan is to make AI better, like make AI accessible to everyone so that you can use AI and then leverage the potential of it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. Next, I'd like to invite the graduates of the, if I can get my computer working correctly. The graduates of the Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering Department. These would be degrees in Industrial Engineering, Systems Engineering, and Engineering Management to line up on my right, and I invite Dr. Michael Dornick to the stage. All right, start with Yu Yang Wang with a PhD in Industrial Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Bin Lee.
Hi everyone, I'm Yu Yang. I'm from China. So about my research, I'm doing the deformation mechanism in metals. So the main focus on my research is to develop next generation of magnesium alloy, make the material more deformable, lower down the manufacturing cost. The best memory for here is I like to go into the gym, state gym in Iowa State, and I like to work with my colleagues and enjoy the research with my professors. And also, I met my girlfriend here in Iowa State, so I really enjoy that. And so for my next journey, I'm going back to my home country. I have a research job in the industry. And thank you.
Catherine Carlson with a Master of Engineering and Engineering Management under the guidance of Dr. Michael Dornick.
Hi, my name's Catherine Carlson. I did an engineering management master's. I'm from Clinton, Iowa, so I did mine completely online. Some of my coursework included project management courses, system engineering courses, and then some mix of business courses. This is what I'm currently doing. I'm currently a process engineer at ADM, and I hope to one day be an engineering manager.
Thank you, Michael. Next, we have, if I could invite the graduates of the Mechanical Engineering Department, degrees in Mechanical Engineering, Energy Systems Engineering, to line up on my right, and I invite Dr. Pranav Kshatriya to come on stage. We're almost there. We're almost there. We got just a few more. Okay, right? Get started with Mohammed Al-Subeh with a PhD in Mechanical Engineering under the guidance of Doctors Alberto Pasalacqua and Ted Heindel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed. I'm from Qatar. My PhD research focuses on using X-ray computed tomography and CFD to investigate air entrainment and stir tank reactors. For post-graduation, I'm planning to go back to my country and pursue academics in Qatar University. And for my favorite moment in Iowa State University is seeing and feeling the snow for the first time. But then I started hating when I started slipping, like while walking. So yeah, thank you very much.
Ethan Heron with a PhD in a couple of degrees, mechanical engineering and electrical engineering as per the sheet under the guidances of Drs. Adarsh Krishnamurthy and Soumik Sarkar.
Hey, yeah, my name is Ethan Heron. I was co-advised by Dr. Adarsh Krishnamurthy and Dr. Soumik Sarkar. My work focused on applying machine learning to the engineering design and analysis. So how can we get AI to generate designs, and then how can we get AI to validate those designs? Currently, I am a machine learning engineer at ARM, working on co-design, and my favorite memories, I guess I just was really fortunate to have a great group of people in my lab, so made a lot of good friends and was fortunate enough to work with them over the course of the PhD. So, thank you.
Anushrut Jignasu, PhD in Mechanical Engineering and a co-major in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Adarsh Krishnamurthy.
Home stretch, folks. Sorry. Congrats to everybody. Yeah, my work was focused on essential research on using AI algorithms for advancing manufacturing systems, and so trying to get insights into how we can build things that were impossible by using AI now. Up next, I'm moving to New York to work at an AI startup for chip design tools. And favorite memory was a late night debugging session in Laboratory of Mechanics that was accompanied by a bat. For a few minutes, I felt like Batman. So that was fun. All right, thank you.
That is also not the norm here at ISU. So Mohammad Bilal Shahid with a PhD in Mechanical Engineering and a co-major in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Cody Fleming.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bilal. I'm from Pakistan. I just finished my PhD in Mechanical Engineering. As a part of my PhD, I worked on making satellites safer in orbits. You guys know how so many companies like SpaceX are launching satellites in orbits these days, and space is congested with satellites. So our research will make sure that they don't hit each other, so that we could keep communicating. As to my career, I'm planning to start my PhD. Oh, sorry, postdoc. Yeah. So, and my favorite memory is feeding chipmunks on Lake Laverne. Yeah, that's it.
Next, we have Mohammed Shariar with a PhD in Mechanical Engineering under the guidance of Shan Hu.
Hi, my name is Shariar, and I'm from Bangladesh. So for my PhD work, I worked on additive manufacturing of polymer composites for hierarchical assemblies and energy storage applications. So in layman terms, it's just like for designing the next generation's solid-state batteries for electric vehicles. So my PhD journey was very exciting because initial 3 years of my PhD, I spent at Iowa State. And the last 2 years, so I worked at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. And also, I defended my PhD last summer. So last 1 year also, I work as a research fellow at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. So yeah, for the next plan of my PhD, yeah, I'm looking for now postdoc positions. So, and for the fun part, yeah, so I remember once we were like transferring the lab equipments from old lab space to another new one. So, and we just could not like bring out one equipment through the lab old space door. So, and I like messaged my professor that hey, it doesn't come out. So she was replying, machine doesn't grow day by day. So that was the fun part over there. Yeah, and thank you everybody. And yeah.
Therin Young with a PhD in predictive plant phenomics and mechanical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Bhaskar Ganapati Subramanian.
Hi, everyone. My research focused on using the technology that Tesla and other, self-driving vehicles use to detect objects. Instead of detecting, people and pedestrians and vehicles, we detected soybean and maize. We then took those 3D models and we extracted features that we proved were better than features that you would extract from 2D images. This is important for plant breeders that are interested in maximizing yield. Currently, I work as a data scientist at Equifax, where instead of detecting plants, I'm detecting fraud, identity fraud, and consumer-based fraud for credit card applications. And I started my journey here in 2013. So I have a lot of memories. Some of my best memories was one of my sons being born. I was married in 2016, and I'm finally finished, and I enjoyed everything. Congrats.
Muhammad Asharujaman with a master's in mechanical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Abhay Ramachandra.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm MD Asadujaman. I'm from Bangladesh. For my master's, I did a creative component-based project. I developed a custom planar biaxial device, which is used to measure the mechanical behavior of soft tissues. And I'm doing my PhD here, so I just collected a sample this morning. And for the most favorable memory, I was sitting here and tossing out the memories, which one I should share here. But my peers committee members are here, so I don't want to share anything that could put me in a negative impression before my defense, PhD defense. So the safest one I could find is in the last summer, I got my driving license for the first time, and I drove around 12,000 miles in last summer with my wife. So yeah, thank you.
Muhammad Rayanul Islam Pranto with a master's in mechanical engineering under Dr. Ming Cheng Su.
Hi, I am Rayanul, and I did my research-based master's in mechanical engineering, and my research was focused on developing adaptive octave-based mesh refinement for compressible flow simulation in finite element framework. I would like to thank my co-major professor, Dr. Su and Dr. Bhaskar, for supporting me. And my favorite memory here in Iowa is to catching fish during this summer season. And yeah, thank you.
Anush Sivaraman with a master's in mechanical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Aishwarya Pawar.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anush. I did my master's with a thesis in mechanical engineering. My research was focused on using machine learning for studying the relationship between surface roughness and corrosion. Thanks to Dr. Pawar, who funded me for the past 1.5 years after my previous advisor left. I'll be joining as a PhD student in robotics in MBZ UAI in the Gulf, Abu Dhabi. My favorite memory. There have been a lot of memories for me. Of course, the late nights in VRAC, making it my man cave basically after 10 p.m., along with a couple of people, including Bilal. The other thing is probably leading the Iowa State cricket team to probably win the Midwest Regional Championship and the local championship as well. And actually, I have a memory with you as well, Dr. Sriram. Seeing you play Rajnikant in the drama helped me to get rid of a little bit of homesickness. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.
Okay, Nick Jensenius with a Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Pranav Kshatriya.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Jensenius. I'm from Janesville, Iowa, so about 2 hours from here. I did the coursework only, Masters of Engineering. A lot of my classes focus on advanced thermodynamics, advanced biosensors, and most recently I took a virtual worlds class where we created AR and VR projects with Adarsh right over there. Right now, I am currently a full-time product engineer at John Deere Power Systems, and I'm going to continue doing that here after my master's degree. Some of my favorite memories are doing some of the Iowa State hosted events like the ice skating, cheering on the Cyclones here at the stadium over at Jack Trice, and meeting all my friends along the way. Thank you.
Asif Rehan with a Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Mike Olson.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. So my research is focused on droplet breakage, so how move, mix, and break the droplet inside a reactor for the better mixing. It can be used in the drug industry as well as pharmaceuticals. I'm very happy to get my master's degree at Iowa State. There are a lot of fun facts. The most important is I'm getting my degree with my wife. She is also earning her degree at Iowa State. So I really thank to her. And every Friday night is fun, definitely. And the last part is meeting wonderful people in the classes as a teaching assistant. And thank you, Graduate College, for honoring me as a by giving me a Teaching Excellence Award. And that's all. Thank you.
Jace Ria with a Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Kshatriya.
So at Naturally with Mechanical, I like the physical stuff. I focused mainly on VR, AR, so everything that simulates the real world to ensure that, making that stuff actual real world so people aren't scared of it. My plans after to move to Phoenix, Arizona, and start as a test engineer at a tech startup, WAPI, and they do autonomous trucking, so ensuring that they don't run you off the road or anything worse than that. Favorite memory at Iowa State would be the Pi Mile, seeing Steve Butler again. If anyone knows math stuff, obviously most people in this room probably know him. Legend. He, seeing some undergrads just, kind of talk about him, and then just making sure that, oh my God, that's not great. Just the professors actually making things relevant. So they ensured that I actually cared about the stuff, and it wasn't just like regurgitating and memorization of stuff. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kshatriya. Can I ask the graduates of the Material Science Engineering Department to please line up on my right, and I invite Dr. Patrick Johnson to come on stage. Get the upgraded stuff. Okay. All right, we'll start with Nayanatra Hendenia with a PhD in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Boyce Chang.
Hello everyone, my name is Naya. I am originally from Sri Lanka, And my research was focused on this special class of polymers that can form into really tiny patterns. I want you to look at your fingerprints, and these patterns look like those, but in a very tiny scale, like 1,000 times tinier than a fingerprint. And I was trying to understand how these patterns form, answering questions of how and why, based on what kind of factors that we put into these systems. So that's what my research was about. And I grew into liking the questions of how and why. So future of my career is probably going to be focusing on pursuing those questions further, how and why. My favorite memory at Iowa State, I know this is very unique, but it's probably not as cool and funny. I got to build a new lab. So I am a first student in a lab, and I got to see how my lab was built from ground up. That's one of the best things that I had at Iowa State. So yeah, congratulations to all of you.
Matthew Miranda with a PhD in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Shan Jiang.
So my research deals with, thank you. My research deals with developing inks for printed electronics. These inks use a new type of printing technique where an electric field deposits the ink down onto the substrate. And where I'm going next with my studies, I'm going to be involved with trying to explore commercialization of these types of inks, try and actually build up the field with that, where they're actually being sold to somebody. And for favorite Iowa State memories, I actually kind of have two. So during the summers with my fellow grad students, commiserating around a bonfire about our shared graduate student struggles, and then also not once but twice being able to go up in a parabolic flight test with being in 0G as part of my research.
Odin Taylor, the PhD in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Xiaoli Tan.
Hi, my name is Odin Taylor. I'm from Minnesota. My research was on better understanding the ways in which we improve the efficiency of piezoelectric transducers and capacitor materials. So it's a lot of looking at things under an electron microscope, a very small scale, and trying to understand these mechanisms within the materials. In the future, I'm moving to Colorado, looking for a postdoctoral or professorship position there, hopefully. Favorite memories at Iowa State? I would say meeting my girlfriend is a big one, as well as getting the opportunity to act as a teaching assistant for some of the courses in material science was really interesting and a great experience.
Jonathan Zog, the PhD in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Pete Collins.
Thank you. I'm Jonathan. My research was based on metal 3D printing, studying how to create better titanium alloys and how to study those alloys. I plan to, in the future, staying here at Iowa State as a postdoc while continuing to look for teaching professor positions. My favorite memories, Iowa State related, are being in the Preparing for Future Faculty courses. They were amazing courses with two wonderful professors, Karen and Clark. But my favorite memories while being at Iowa State, not necessarily Iowa State memories, would have to be my wife and I started a family. We have 2 boys here, and seeing my wife, turn into the best mother ever, as well as my parents seeing them turn into grandparents, and my sister turning into their favorite aunt. So it's been amazing here. Thank you.
Bingui Huang with a Master's in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Shan Jiang.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bingui Huang. My research is about how to make the water-based wood stain perform better compared to traditional oil-based wood stain. Water-based is definitely safer and more environmentally friendlier, but it has some performance issues, so I'm studying how different additive can make it perform better, including our own synthesis, the polymer nanoparticles. What else? Favorite memory? Oh, yeah. I've been here a long time. I mean, I finished my undergrad, so it's I think 7 years, and there's a lot of memories, but I want to say what make the best impression is how everyone here, the staff, the professor here, how they're being very supportive with our research. If we bring up every question, they will do their best to offer their help to help us to achieve what we got. So thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Wei Lun Tang with a Master's in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Patrick Johnson.
Hi, everyone. My name is Waylon. My research was about photoelectric catalysis on air halide. Previously, I also did some computational work on simulation of vibration for a molecule, and also electronic property for rare earth-based materials. For future plan, I'm still exploring other options, whether I can continue to studies. My favorite memory for Iowa, I guess I like the weather. It's very different compared to where I lived before. I'm from China, but I live in Las Vegas for about 12 years. Thank you.
Kyle Dixon Anderson with a PhD in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Yaroslav Mudrik.
Hello. The focus of my research was on the observation of the spin transport phenomena within rare earth containing materials. And I actually have 2 favorite memories. The first being when my experimental setup of 4 years finally worked at 6 p.m. on like a Monday night, which was perfect. And besides that, definitely the Ames farmers markets all throughout the summer was a good debrief and relaxation moment, given all of the hectic research that happens. So, thank you.
So we have a few students who might have checked in later. So are there students whose name I have not called? If I could ask them to line up here on the right. Hang on. Any more? Okay. I'll just ask you to come introduce yourself, your degree, and your major professor.
Hello, my name is Hongmoon Choi from South Korea, and I was in aerospace engineering under the guidance of like Dr. Osama Abdeh colleague over there. I had great time, 5 years of here while studying the like AI-aided tour design for spacecraft. So like how can I get to the like Saturn or like a Jupiter with cheaper field budget? One of the memorable things here is like my wife got to the United States like 3 years ago. It was pretty exciting, and also like thanks to my advisor's support, like I was able to do some internship at NASA JPL. Thank you very much.
Hello. Thank you. My name is Shadrach Jemfi Bwadi. I'm from Ghana, so I just had my master's degree in industrial and agricultural technology under the guidance of Dr. Mehari Tekesti. So my research basically focused on simulation of soil to front-end loader bucket interaction using the discrete element method. So my favorite memories here in Iowa State was walking in the snow at night in the good community, the Ghana community I had here. They made me feel at home here. Thank you very much.
Last call, are there any other students whose name we didn't call? If not, could we all please give our graduates another round of applause? And graduates, you have all your supporters here, friends, family, well-wishers. Could you please join me in applauding their support as well? I'd just like to say a few words of thanks to the team that made this event possible. You met many of them as you were walking in. This team includes our staff support in the College of Engineering: Joel, Megan, Amy, Jennifer, Maggie, Roger, Leanne, Jeremy, and Owen. And I'd like to thank Spencer back there for basically making this live stream possible all across the world. Please join me in thanking them. And lastly, we have lots of our faculty and staff who are here supporting our students. Could I ask all of them to rise, please? Please join me in thanking them. Thank you. So again, congratulations to all the graduates. I must say many of the stories I heard today were quite entertaining. So I think this sets the record. And look at that, we now have about 25 minutes left for you to mingle, enjoy the food before you go down to Sheeman to your designated reporting spaces. For the rest of you, the commencement is going to be in Hilton Coliseum, so it's just a short walk across. So again, I wish you a pleasant evening. We have fantastic weather for the weekend. I hope all of you enjoy yourselves. Thank you all for coming. Congratulations to all our graduates, and go Cyclones.